Good evening, friends. Professor Brahm Singh Horticulture Foundation, BSHF, a not for profit organization, and myself welcome you all to the talk number 21 of this series named as 4H, that is Urban Horticulture for Health and Happiness. BSHF is thankful to Bayer Seminis to sponsor this webinar series. I am happy to welcome co-organizers Dr. Peetam Kalia, ICR Rafi Ahmed Kidwai Awardee, former head Division of Vegetable Science and coordinator School of Horticultural Sciences, ICAR IRI New Delhi, and Dr. Shailendra Rajan, former director ICAR Central Institute of Subtropical Horticulture, Lucknow. The webinar today is on urban fruit production for health and happiness by Dr. Shailendra Rajan, who happens to be the co-organizer and today is the speaker. BSHF is thankful to Dr. Shailendra Rajan for honoring its request to speak on urban fruit production for health and happiness. His talk is in relation to fruit production for health and happiness, limited to fruits, several of them, which you will see during his talk: strawberry, lime, lemon, jamun, papaya, guava, mango, even the plantation crop, the coconut, bear, tamarind, jackfruit, etc. Number of them are there which have got the potential for finding place in urban areas. And I say almost all fruits can be grown in urban areas, either on roadsides or park corners. But the major areas which we concentrate upon are backyards in the houses, or the rooftops, or orchards in designated areas in place of parks and forests. Some cities have got like that, and some cities have got the biodiversity garden along with the fruit garden. Urban areas are suitable for home scale production of fruits, but peri-urban areas are very suitable for orchard or commercial fruit production. In fact, such peri-urban orchard are suitable for production of a number of vegetables and flowers and medicinal plants as intercrops. Dr. Shailendra Rajan would enrich our knowledge on modern fruit production in urban areas for health and happiness. If you have got any question, you can raise in the chat box, which will be answered after the talk. Now I request my colleague, co-organizer, Dr. Peetam Kaliaji, to introduce his colleague and my colleague, Dr. Shailendra Rajan, the speaker for this evening. Dr. Kaliaji.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, friends. Most revered Professor Brahm Singh ji, founder, chairman of BSHF, and co-organizer Dr. Shailendra Rajan ji, who is today's speaker also, and who will be talking on urban fruit production for health and happiness. Dr. Rajan hails from Varanasi and has had his master's from G.V. Pant University of Agriculture and Technology, Pantnagar, and doctorate from Indian Agriculture Research Institute, New Delhi. Dr. Rajan started his career in 1986 as scientist at the Central Institute for Subtropical Horticulture, where he also served as head of the Division of Crop Improvement and Biotechnology before retiring as director of the institute. Dr. Rajan contributed to horticulture science, which includes the development of high-yielding guava varieties such as Lalit, Shweta, Dhaval, and Lalima. He created and marketed mango varieties such as Ambika and Arunika. Dr. Rajan also developed interspecific guava wilt-resistant rootstocks, uh, and Dr. Rajan has made outstanding contributions to mango and guava genetic resource management, augmenting and maintaining one of the world's largest field gene banks. He was instrumental in development of technologies such as mango rejuvenation, wedge grafting, guava crop regulation, GIS application in germplasm management, and creation of national mango database. Dr. Rajan actively contributed to the development of ICR, Fusicont, and in vitro immunization technology for the management of wilt epidemics caused by TR4 race of Fusarium in Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. Dr. Rajan was instrumental in establishing the Society for Conservation of Mango Diversity Malihabad, which focuses on farm conservation. The Genome Savior Community Award instituted by PPBFRA, Government of India, was given to the society he established. He was the local organizing secretary of the Horticulture Summit 2007 and helped coordinate 2 international conferences, 15 national conferences, and 5 workshops. Dr. Rajan has attended over 250 national and international conferences, seminars, workshops, and meetings. He chaired and co chaired technical sessions in national and international conferences. He also served on a number of national and international committees. He is a fellow of 6 societies, including Indian Society of Horticulture Research and Development and the Confederation of Horticulture Association in India and SADH. Dr. Rajan was instrumental in the formation of community-based organizations such as Malihabad Society for Conservation of Mango Diversity and the Abd Aam Utpadan Bagwani Smiti. He was also instrumental in the formation of Uttar Pradesh Kela Utpadan Sangh, which has handled Fusarium TR4 epidemics in a remarkable manner within the community. His coordination for tribal farmer development in West Bengal has aided in the development of Jagriti and Sahbagita for improving the livelihood of resource poor tribals. Dr. Rajan has written and edited 5 books and 15 bulletins, in addition to 150 research papers and 250 popular articles and technical reports. He is member of the editorial boards of several national and international horticulture journals and the chief editor of the Journal of Applied Horticultures. Dr. Rajan has had the honor of working as an IPGRI consultant for status report on genetic resources of mango in the Asia Pacific region in 2000 and as a coordinator for the development of website for 10 countries called Asian Fruit Genetic Resources Network. Dr. Rajan was a resource person for information documentation of tropical fruit genetic resources and use of GIS technology. He is member of various task force of dust guidelines for fruit crops, nodal person for dust mango and guava testing. He has traveled extensively in mango growing areas in India and abroad, including China, Thailand, Malaysia, Philippines, Oman, and Nepal. During his 37-year tenure or career, he has received numerous awards, including Dr. R.S. Paroda Award for Excellence in Horticulture in 2012, Shri Girdhari Lal Chadha Award in Fruit Science. Dr. R.S. Prodha Award for Excellence in Horticulture, Lifetime Achievement Award in R&D in Horticultural Science. So, Dr. Rajan has contributed significantly, and accordingly, he has been awarded. And today we have the honor to listen to him on the topic urban food production for health and happiness. Dr. Rajan, please.
Thank you, Dr. Kalia, for introduction, and Dr. Brahm Singh Saab for giving me the opportunity to share my views related with the urban fruit production. So I am sharing the slides. My presentation is available on the screen. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Available.
Thank you.
हाँ जी, आ गई, अच्छी है.
Okay. My topic is urban production, fruit production for health and happiness. Health is always, we have numerous fruits, and at the commercial scale we are growing more than 60 fruits. The fruits are too many, but many of the fruits are in our life regularly we are consuming those are common and available in the market also. But many of the fruits which we can grow in our rooftop or the backyard or the kitchen garden, though we will discuss some of those fruits also. So first of all, I would like to introduce, because in India, the most of the orchards were in the peri-urban area, or those were in the cities, because large bungalows were there, large houses were there. They were having a lot of land. Gradually, that shrinked, and now it is not possible to grow so many fruit plants which we were doing in past. You can see the mangoes were always associated with the backyard or the in the front of the house. Then jackfruit, then jamun tree, then banana. These were very common. Many other fruits are there as per the agroecological zone. People prefer them, and they plant it in the front of their house or in the backyard. This was common, but now gradually the things are changing. There is shift, because the land is shrinking, and having the liberty for this much area for the fruit is not possible. So there is a change. I will be starting with an example like mango. So mangoes, we are the world leader as far as varieties are concerned, and you can find that lot many varieties, diversity is available in the country, and the number of fruit varieties are available in the market also, in the roads, on the roads, in thelas. And when we have this diversity fair, lot many varieties are being displayed by the people, mostly farmers, the mango lovers, and the people who are growing those. So varieties are now being preferred. Particularly, we are more attentive to the colored ones. Initially, we had all green, yellow varieties, but gradually, because of international demand, red colored varieties, as well as human nature attraction, that is important. That's why the varieties are coming in the market and people are now growing. So we are preferring, the most of the people prefer colored varieties to be grown in their kitchen garden, or now people are interested to grow in the pots also. So I will start with the variety which entered the city urban areas, starting from Amrapali, with the Amrapali, the variety which was in 70s, and it was developed long back, but gradually it came into the system and in the production system quite late, but it was only successful initially in the coastal region, Odisha, then your West Bengal and other places. But now gradually people started using it as a variety for the kitchen garden. But the high density planting also started with the Amrapali variety because it responds to pruning, and again it can fruit after the pruning, which can be undertaken after the harvest of fruit. At CISS, we developed several varieties, but among those, Arunica was found to be important because it is a very dwarfer than the Amrapali, and Ambika also, which is a very attractive variety. And the important parameter which is being considered for this commercialization of these varieties are they are regular bearer, as well as they are have developed very good color as well as other quality also. The shelf life of Arunica is good to quite high, and people prefer it, and there is lot of demand of these plants, and people say that they want to grow it in the large these containers. So it is in large demand. I will come up with a one of the examples, which was there, how the people, residents around the park, they can convert a park into the mango orchard. That is there. The flowers are also there, vegetables are also there. They are doing many things. They are preparing organic manures also, but their collective efforts are there so that they could grow mangoes in this park, and this is called as Gulab Park, and this was with in collaboration with CISH, and Dr. Ramad played important role, particularly for converting this park into the organic one, and the organic manures are being only used. The Resistant Association and the ICR CISS scientists transformed this park into the collection garden, where more than 33 varieties are there. And this is an effort of 12 years. Gradually, it has come up, and every year they are increasing the number of varieties. Not only new varieties like Arunica, Ambika are there, but the old varieties like Langrat, Dashari, Husne Ara, Hardil Aziz, Amrpali, Malika Chausa, all you can find there. Some of the seedling varieties, pickle varieties also are available there. They are every year adding some varieties, but they have limited space, but they graft, and each plant may have a single plant may have more than 5 varieties also. They are top working, and they have been trained also how to maintain it. They are starting with these type of efforts. Not only mangoes, they have jamun varieties, bale, grapes, then falsa, bear, karoda, jackfruit, rose apple. So many plants are there. They cultivate it, and this is a type of education for the students, the young people. They used to visit the park, and most of the people visit the park during the flowering of the mango. They find that it is an entirely different environment. In the city, you will not get this type of environment. Trees are profusely laden with the flowers, panicles, and people enjoy the environment there. Again, these all mangoes are insecticide and carbide free, and these people from around the park, they enjoy it. And this is sometimes they enjoy the mango party on Sundays, and they mango parties are there when they share the mangoes which are ripening as early, mid, or late, with the late maturity characteristics. So this type of advantage they have, and this has converted their all rooftops into the organic vegetable cultivation field also, because the park is now being equipped with the several of the structures where they can make the organic this compost and other products. So this is Arunica, which is fruiting profusely, and it has been top worked on the another variety. Initially, the variety was different, seedling variety, and there is a yellow arrow indicates. Then this is a Malika is also there. Other varieties are also found on this variety and other side. So the a single plant has several varieties, and several kgs of the fruits can be harvested from a single plant. That is most of the time sufficient for the people who are living around the park. So they not only that, they are having some seedlings also. They have cultivated seedlings also. They have prepared these seedling plants in the polythene bags so that it can be utilized for the grafting. And they are now not purchasing any material grafts from other places. They are trying to graft these varieties in these seedlings. About 5,000 seedlings they have maintained this year, and those are to be grafted this year in July. And these plants will be planted in other places also. So this is one of the activity they have started, and you can see some of the plants are there which are bearing jackfruit, and few plants of jackfruits are very that those are sufficient as per the requirement for making vegetables by the residents. So this is one of the efforts which has made by the resident of this park, that is called as Gulab Park in Gomti Nagar, Lucknow. It has created this is a source of motivation also for others, and now people are interested to convert these parks into these type of gardens where they can grow fruits, flowers, as well as vegetables also. So I will go to the another crop where guava. I am somewhat biased with some of varieties which we have developed, of the institute has developed. So the Lalit variety which has been developed, it is a excellent variety for the kitchen garden or the urban production, because the Lalit variety responds very well to the your pruning, and we can prune the shoots, and in within a short time flower bud develop, and regularly we can get the fruits. Additional advantage is it has a high vitamin C content, as well as rich in lycopene also. Lycopene is very important for us, and mostly for the prostate cancer, this lycopene is considered as a one of the helpful bioactive compound. We have a Shweta, which is also a variety which is a white color with a white color pulp, and the skin or outside skin converts into red color when the temperature is low. Dhaval, it is a very soft seeded, very whitish pulp, and the outer surface is also very attractive. These varieties are very well grown in the kitchen garden or the rooftop, or very suitable for the production in the urban area. Lot many varieties are there which we can utilize for this purpose. The BNR's B1 is there, and Thai pink is there, and some of the varieties are coming up with a in between, and many varieties are there, but the varieties are not always suitable for each and every agroecological region. Some of the varieties from the South India, those are not preferred in North India because they don't develop a whitish color or yellowish color when they are mature. So this type of things are important while selecting the varieties, and most of the time select a variety which has the responsive characteristic to the towards pruning, and we can make the plant canopy small as well as get the fruits also. So these are the techniques by which we can keep the canopy smaller. We can have the fruiting starting from the second year, and the canopy is smaller. We can harvest, manage, bag, anything. It is important. So the institute has also developed this trellis system, spalier system, and this system at the left you can see that these are the old type of canopies, but now the canopies are maintained. Those architecture is entirely different, and the trellis system or the spalier system can be utilized, where the this system is very important because along the roof, this wall, or along the our this fence, it can be utilized, and this is one of the system which will not take much space. Only one fit can be utilized, and the trees can be vertically managed, or their canopy can be developed. So this is one of the system which has been demonstrated by VNR also, and the bagging is there. Fruiting of the bagging broods are not that of not good quality if those are not bagged. I will go further in detail in afterwards. So in our home gardens also, if the bagging is there, it is important. You can see the left one, the top one. This has been because bats are the greatest problem for the guava. During night, they damage it, and they utilize they not only damage, but they deform the fruits, and those fruits are not of much use. So for that purpose, a small method, a simple method can be utilized. The poly bags can be utilized for that purpose, cutting the corners of the poly bags so that these are PP bags, smaller one, so that the water or dew drains out. And here, this is a fruit of Lalit, which is a very attractive in color if it is bagged. Otherwise, the fruits are not so good in attraction. Those are not so attractive when it are not bagged. So in most of the varieties, the response is good, and the attraction can be improved, as well as the infestation of the disease as pest, it is also reduced. Then another crop which was very much important, particularly in roadside or in the front of the house, people were growing jamun. But now people are not interested in growing the so old seedling jamun plants, because those jamun plants take lot of time. Sometimes they come into fruiting 9 years or 10 years afterwards. But the grafting technology in the jamun, it has made the fruiting feasible in early stage of the tree, and after 4 5 years the grafts start fruiting. And the breeding and selection work done in case of jamun, it has also yielded good varieties. The variety one of the varieties has been Jamwant, has been released by the CISH. It has about 90% of the pulp. Another seedless variety is also there. So many varieties are there. Their Godra Center of CIH has also developed Goma varieties are there. Those are varieties are having good high content of pulp, as well as these are good in quality appearance also. So jamun is becoming the crop of future. The demand is also there. The presently 250 rupees a kg jamun is there. If the crop is early produced early, they fetches a good market. Now people are specialized in this. In Punjab, Gujarat, and other places, people are producing it commercially. Otherwise, nobody was going for the organized planting of the jamun. Jamun organized planting has given a lot of interest to the people who are processing it. Many of the processed products are coming up. Important is wine, which is some of the companies in Madhya Pradesh and Karnataka, they are producing wines from the jamun, and it is considered as one of the most important varieties, most important wine as far as medicinal properties is concerned. And these wines are considered as one of the important wines. That's why some of the varieties which are having higher pulp content, those are preferred by these processing people. And the important thing is that we have to, for touching a fruit, we have to climb the fruits. But here you can see these are in the reach of the person, and the plants can be, the canopy can be pruned, and several pruning system have been developed, and how the training is to be managed. These are the some of the indications that jamun has been entirely different, as well as therefore there is a changing scenario in jamun cultivation. Another crop which is becoming important, that is bale. Here you can see two kids. This he is carrying three bale fruits. This is about 7.5 kgs. Another one is a small boy. These are all my grandsons. They are carrying these bale fruits. But these bale fruits are quite heavy, high yielder, but small fruited varieties are also there. But lot of variability is there. The pulp can be very well utilized, and you can see the how the clean pulp is. But now the preference is when we how we can scoop out the seed and the gum pockets from that, and the outer pulp we can utilize for making different types of value added products, or it can be utilized in different ways. So bale is becoming important because uh, once I had interaction with the person who is every year planting 400 bale grafted plants. When I asked the question, he said that I am planting because I am getting maximum return out of it. Nobody is stealing it. Nobody is going to no fear of theft, and there is a good demand during December and January for making candy and murabba. Otherwise, afterwards also it is being taken by people. And in Reliance Fresh, these bale fruits are 80 to 100 rupees a kg, and you can find these fruits at a premium price in the cities. But in areas, rural area, people are not consuming these fruits because they are not much aware about the quality, as well as the other parameters related to the bioactive compounds. So bale is important, and the grafted plants are dwarfa, high yielder, start fruiting 4 or 5 years after the planting. So this is important for them. Another important crop which I found, that is sapota. This is planted in a big tree. It was 17 years I have taken fruits of that, and these are the fruits. Two crops you can get. It can be planted in small uh, poly bags also, and these some of the cemented or ceramic pots also. The sapota responds very well to the this type of gardening. Lychee is sometimes backyard or in front of the house. In some of the area I have mentioned, which are suitable for lychee growing, and most of the area in Tarai region or other places, this is a belt where you can grow lychee, and lychee can be very easily grown in this area because flowering in lychee is a problem if you grow it in unsuitable this climatic condition, because if the flowering is not proper, the fruit set is not there. Flowering is important, and that can be only induced presently by cultivating it in the suitable or this environment. So that type of climate is found in this area. Here also, in some parts of the Maharashtra also, it is there, and people are growing there also. The most important thing, lime and lemons have become important because during the this COVID pandemic, lime and lemon, their cost have shooted up, and this year it has come up to 250 rupees a kg. So if we can grow the lime and lemon in our own house, that is sufficient. This is a big pot, cemented pot, which we have made, and a profusely bearing clone of the lime has been there. It has been utilized for that purpose, and flowering is also there, fruiting is there, and some of the clones are there where the fruiting and flowering are simultaneous, and it can take care of the flowering, the fruit supply all the year round, and you can get for the home consumption. You can get the fruit entirely in different parts of the months. Another way of getting these similar type of fruit is lemon. People are growing Assam lemon, Eureka lemon. Many types of lemon are there. Several selections have also come, and interspecific hybrids have come. Lime into lemon have come, and some of the lemons are extremely good because of the very thin peel as well as very high juice content. Easy to grow. Lemons are easy to grow as compared to limes. So these are the preferred species. In our nursery, we analyzed the demand during the COVID pandemic, and we found the lime and lemon plants demand increased like anything. People started planting it in their small space available in their this near the house or in pots also. So this is a changing trend, and people are using lime and lemon from getting the from their own plants and using it for the domestic purpose. Another important thing is that these are some of the limes, lemons, other species in different agroecology you can do. The top one, left one is provided by Dr. R. A. Ram. He has grown these 3 years plant, and the planting this plant starts fruiting. So this we shared this lime with him, lemon with him, and excellent this material is there. Again, we have kinnos also. This is I have planted these kinnos in a small polybags for about 7 8 years. These are there, and drip also I have drip irrigation facilities also have created so that it can be easily managed. This is one of the way how you can manage these fruit plants very easily if you have good number of plants on the rooftop. But too much fertilizer or too much nutrition is not good for some of the times, because you will have less fruiting, and the fruiting will be reduced if the vegetative growth is dominating. So that's why have a very good balance. Initial stages you apply less, but afterwards when the root system is too large, then the active roots are very few, then the nutrition is important. Then a lot of citrus plants can be grown. People are growing those. and the sweet oranges are common there. In the then mandarins can be also grown, different types of lemon. I will not repeat it, but these are very easily grown. Another group of plants which can be grown in the rooftop, on the rooftop, these are flowering in the peaches and flowering, and the fruits are said there's the low chill peaches which are suitable for the subtropics. Many of the peach varieties are now made available by the Punjab Agriculture University as well as in Saharanpur area. So, this Shane Punjab is there, Saharanpur, Sharbadi, many varieties are there which are suitable for the subtropics, and we can enjoy the peaches at on the by cultivating them on the rooftop. Another important crop which is coming up is amla, and amla is available in this month also in the Reliance Fresh. If you go, it is 140 rupees kg. At many places, people are not getting price for the amla. The amla is sold at 7, 8, 9, 10 rupees, but here it is sold at 140 rupees a kg because we have two crops of amla in some part of the country. And this I have shown, these are the areas where there is possibility of producing two crops in a year. Two crops, one crop is in a normal season, another crop is in off season, and the off season crop is of high value. It is too costly and more than 100 rupees a kg. Now people are very much interested to have the amla fruit juice. Fresh fruit juice is important. They consume fruit, fresh fruits by cutting pieces or extracting juices. So lot many amla varieties have come up. These varieties are now available. Otherwise, most of the amla products like Chyawanprash and other medicinal products, those are made from the wild amla that has been extracted in the water. They are processing it after collection from the forest in the hot water, and most of the time they are decanting the vitamin C and other medicinal properties. So it is nice to have amla plants. One amla plant will not work because only single plant amla variety may not fruit. But if you plant two varieties or top work two varieties on a one plant, have two varieties on a one plant, that will be successful, and that can have a supply of amla fruits for about 1.5 and 2 months. So this is one of the plant which can be introduced. It can be pruned, it can be utilized, but it has additional advantage in the southern parts of the country where it has two crops and we are getting fruits twice. Another important crop which was important, but in southern part it is mostly not important for the vegetables, but in northern parts it is one of the important vegetable. Initially it is a, when the crop starts coming in the market, it is too costly, but if the you have a tree in your orchard, in backyard, in the front of the house, it can be very well utilized for getting the vegetables. And now many varieties are there where the flakes are important. Those are having very good fragrance, the aroma. And at many places, in especially in Malaysia, for 3 months, the jackfruit flavored ice creams are produced. So this is some of the jackfruit varieties are there which have very attractive aroma flavor. So those can be utilized for growing in our backyard. And otherwise also, if the jackfruit plants are there, those are sufficient for you as well as your neighbors, then other family relatives. So you can exchange jackfruit, and one jackfruit plant is sufficient for many families. So this is a fruit plant which can be very well grown, and it is hardy plant, doesn't require much of the care. This is one of the example. The vineyard is on the by Mr. Kanchan in this in Pune. This is a vineyard which is there at the rooftop, and he is harvesting the. This is a news which was published in many of the newspapers also in this year, and he has harvested 250 kilograms of the grapes. So it was a Bangalore purple variety. He has taken from the ICR National Research Institute, Pune, and he started working. He started developing the canopy, and he has made the structure where the grape are there. So this is his house, double-story house is there, and he can grow the plants, and these plants are having the roots in the land, and the canopy is there at the rooftop, and it has been well managed and covered also, so that it is not damaged by the this might be monkey or the birds. So this is one of the bunch produced by Dr. R. A. Ramod Ram from our institute, because the flame seedless variety is only suitable for northern parts where the this early rains may spoil the crop, but the flame seedless is excellent variety for this place. And the same technique people are using now. They are start planting the plants in the soil and taking that vine to the top, and there they can train it and manage it. So many varieties are there. Many juice varieties are also there, like Pusa Naurang, Medica, and other varieties are there, which can be grown. And regularly you can get these bunches for utilizing for the juice. And many times the flame seedless variety can be utilized very well for the table purpose. Sometimes I will suggest you can have the root stock of the other variety like Pusa Navrang, and afterwards at the top you can graft flame seedless or any other variety also, Perlet also, or any other variety developed by the Pusa Institute. So this type of innovation will definitely provide you grapes for about a month, and you can utilize, because the difference in the ripening or maturity of the grape varieties, that can be utilized by top walking these grape varieties. Again, another important crop is Karoda. It is important crop because you can grow it as a fence, and it can protect your wall also. And the fence, as a fence, you can grow as a biological fence. It is highly nutritious. It can be utilized for pickles. It can be utilized for any type of chutney, making cherry. And many products can be made out of it. And this crop can be very well grown in the pots, not only in pots but also in small space. 1:1 feet space is there available there. You can have the Karoda plant planted it and train it just like grapes to first story or second story. So another area where it is becoming important, the star apple, the kamrak, people are now becoming very much interested in this because the varieties, sweet varieties are there. Initially, we had the sour sweet varieties, but now the varieties are available which can be consumed very easily, and these are very good as far as taste is concerned. Less oxalate content is also there. And rose apple, this is becoming common in many places where the humid areas are there. There rose apple is profusely fruiting species, and you can have fruits regularly available for your consumption. Another important thing is mulberry, which are forgetting, but mulberry is a highly nutritious. We can store the pulp of this crop and utilize it for many of the for making many of the value-added products. These products are highly having high content of bioactive compounds as well as antioxidants. So these are some of the minor fruits which are becoming important. Another important area of growing the fruits in urban area is not only in the soil, but in the uh, at the rooftop we can have the plantation plants of the bear. And now apple bear is becoming important. Apple bear, this is one of the important crop because it can be easily grown. This is a few fruits were remaining, and this has been shared by Dr. Ramwat on the pot, and the apple bear can be easily grown in the pot. These are the some of the variants which are colored bear. So bear are having anthocyanin also. These are somewhat smaller than the apple bear, but profusely fruiting varieties and highly rich in bioactive compounds. And these bear varieties can be preferred for planting as a somewhat, it has ornamental value also, and as well as it provides the fruits. These are wild types. Wild types are also important, which can be on the border of the wall near the boil. These can be tried and these have lot many medicinal value, and the several of the products after drying it can be made. Several varieties are there, and bear can be easily grown, and the plants can be trimmed out, and because every year you have to prune it during the May June, and if the pruning is there, then you can reduce the plant size, and this can be as a pot plant, a preferable species, and very well adjusted to the pots. So pear varieties can be very easily grown. Another important crop which is going to be in urban areas, that is dragon fruit, kamalam, which fruit is becoming important. I am showing you this is on the boundary. It can be grown. The this is photograph I have taken from the Nehru Place, where different types of consumers are there. The star apple, these are star apples are there. Then this is bear, and this is wild bear. Many things are there, but here all exotic fruits are there. This is kiwi, then this is dragon fruit, strawberry. So this shows that the how demand is changing, and in urban areas we can also grow a changing the varieties, because the traditional varieties may not be useful. In this star apple, this carambola, if you are going for the sour variety, people may not like, but the varieties which are uh, there with a sweetness, those are preferred. Thailand varieties are available, and this dragon fruit can be trained. This I have trained on the railing. This can be, or you can wrap the shade net, and there the roots can be developed. Or otherwise, it can be the wall can be utilized for this purpose. It can be cultivated in the limited land, and dragon fruits you can get for your consumption. It is a highly nutritious fruit, and we can enjoy the fruits of different varieties, the red pulp, the yellow pulp, the white pulp. So these varieties are there. So another important thing is that people, as far as happiness is concerned, mangoes are linked with happiness, and lot many varieties are there. These varieties are displayed by the people who are owning these varieties. If they have in their garden, they try to display it. They want to compete. They want to show which type of varieties are there. Many people, particularly the foreigners, they used to visit India during that period just to see which type of varieties are there, how people are enjoying mangoes. So we made one society for conservation of mango biodiversity, and conserved several of the varieties, grafted many of these land races, the Maliabad varieties, and those varieties were multiplied and given to different farmers. Again, mango exhibition is one of the important events, because we get all the varieties at one place. There is a place where people have different ideas. We exchange varieties with each other. We know who is growing which variety, and we can taste many of the varieties. Again, the plants are also sometimes available. The grafted plants are also available at this time, at this event, because most of the time people are who are visiting, they want that they should also grow this type of mango, this peculiar mango, in their orchard or in their uh, backyard. So for that purpose, now the nurserymen are preparing plants, and they are selling at the very high rate, at 2, 3, 4 times costlier. But even then, the plants are available, and people utilize it, this opportunity, to get it and carry to their house. Another important thing is that we can see the variability which is available, and sometimes the mango feast is also there with this type of exhibitions. Mango feast is also there, so that gives people the taste of different type. People can see, people can they can feel the aroma, and they can taste. So these are the some things. So a lot of competitions are also there. So we had a mobilized community for the collective collection. These some of the mango diversity shows are there. Sometimes in Delhi, it was having a 1 lakh people used to visit. They are very much interested to see uh, the mango diversity, and about 400, 500 varieties are displayed by farmers, different organization, different research organization, and people are awarded also with a who display excellent fruits, excellent varieties, number of varieties, different categories are there. So this promotes the fruit culture, and this promotes the production of the mangoes of different types in the particularly in the urban area also. This is one of the example where you can see it is this box is having several varieties. So this type of preference of the people is there because people are not only interested to have the limited varieties as a on the table. They don't want only to have the Shari, Langla, Chausa and some other varieties, Sabeda. They want to have other varieties also which they have not seen, which they want to taste. So these type of boxes are important, and these boxes can be utilized for their purpose. Now, lot of online mango varieties are also being sold out, and there are people who develop the site. The online sites are there where they provide mangoes of specific varieties to the people who are interested in growing the not growing but the consuming the varieties which are not common in the market. We will not go at the market. So rare mangoes are there in the online. So rare mangoes are sold also in these events, in festivals, in diversity fair, and people consume it. This is one of the example I because happiness is also related with this. This has been made by the Malihabad students, the school children. They have perceived how the mangoes may be, how the mango varieties are there, what are the shapes, what are the color. So these are the visualization of those school children, and they made this, and they have made this this there was we held a competition where the students have to visualize, they have to make a sketch, a diagram, paint it, and for that purpose they are they are utilizing this uh, the diversity by displaying it in this type of we made a collage, and this collage is indicating what is the visualization of a school children in the area where the diversity is there. So so this is the so this is one of the reason why this is the one of the reason this is one of the reason why it is becoming important on people feel happy by using these all mango varieties. They try to enjoy the color, aroma, shape, not many things. So this is one of the uh, areas where we have to educate the children, we have to educate the people, and we have to make get people exposed to this thing. But there are limitations also. Limitation is that previously papaya was one of the important crop which was grown in the backyards and in the front of the house, but now the seeds are not available, and most you can see the leaf curl disease is creating problem. It is difficult to grow the papaya, but the papaya is one of the most important crop which can be grown in urban areas. If we have tolerant type in several parts of the country, people are growing local eco types. Those are important. But the nursery people, they are also playing some dubious role, and people are now suffering because they are not providing genuine planting material. Now, due to internet, information explosion, people get information about the new varieties, but these varieties are not mostly available at the common nursery. People don't know about the source about it, and the planting material is only available at the place where the variety has been evolved or it has been properly multiplied in due course of time. So these are the things. Again, most important thing, the animals are creating problem with the fruit plants which are there, particularly monkeys. They damage the fruits, and these are some of the limitations in urban fruit production. I have limited my talk to the not the commercial one. This production is mostly limited to the production of the fruits in the backyard, on the front of the house, or surrounding the house, or at the rooftop. So there are many ways people can do it, and now it is day by day increasing. The land is shrinking, but the opportunity for growing the mango, different fruits, it is increasing. So I am thankful for your patience hearing, because this is one of the area where we can utilize available resources with us for growing fruits as per our requirement. So I am thankful to the foundation for providing me this opportunity to share my thoughts. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Rajan, for taking us to the world of fruits, particularly those who can be grown in urban areas and provide happiness. I request my colleague, Dr. Kaliaji, to kindly highlight.
क्या आ रहा है इसमें? Yes, sir. Is it my voice is there?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, sir. So, friends, we have had a wonderful talk from Dr. Rajan, who is very specialized fruit breeder and always look for creation of diversity and bringing new fruits based on their nutrition to the fore, so that the consumers can choose various types of fruits, as he has highlighted large number of fruits which can be especially grown in urban areas for container gardening, whether we talk of mango, jackfruit, jamun, and many other common fruits which can be picked up. But his talk was mainly concentrated on, especially on mango, which is a specialized crop, and the important varieties which he himself has developed, Arnica and Ambika, which are good for shelf life and also suitable for container gardening. That's how the importance, because they are dwarf attractive and can be grown in containers on rooftop or in balconies, can be they put up, or in small garden in front of the house they can be had. So we have had a good pictures of all these varieties and plant types which has been shown by Dr. Rajan. And also very important thing that he has mentioned about the Gulab Park, which is a unique example where resident associations and the CISH scientists has together turned park into a mango garden with 33 different varieties and with 12 years of efforts they have put into. And also the plant he has shown with several varieties on the single plant, which is a good example that you can portray the large number of varieties which are important on a single plant, where the space is a limitation, and the underutilized fruits like jamun, bale, grapes, falsa, bear, karonda, jackfruit, rose apple, crambola, etc. Can be put up, which all help in providing the residents insecticide carbide free mangoes especially, which is very important from that point of view, as we have the residue free mangoes to be taken, which always remains in highlight that the insecticide creates a residue which is a problem for health. So and also from that point of view, that this Gulab Park is now in this year has 5,000 seedlings which will be grafted and made available to the growers or amateur gardeners who are lovers of mango especially. And this is a really good example which he has shown, park turned into a garden. Then guava also he has highlighted quite a lot of varieties like pink flesh varieties, especially which are rich in antioxidants, and the canopy management technology which the CISH has developed, utilizing these plants for the container gardening system, planting into pots or the plastic bags itself, that has been highlighted nicely. And also the training system, the trellis system, which has been mentioned. And apart from that, the to enhance the quality of the fruits, bagging to save the fruits from bats, infection, and insects and diseases, to enhance the quality and attraction of the fruit, has been highlighted. I think the viewers must have taken a note of this, which is important aspects in guava. And then jamun, which is in olden days used to be very tall plants and very small fruits, only seed used to be there, no flesh. But the new varieties he has highlighted, which are seedless and more with more flesh, and which can be put into a organized planting system, has gone quite a lot in ahead to make jamun popular. As we see in the market also, the large fruited jamuns are available, which have more of flesh. Similarly, bale has also been highlighted, which is very important underutilized plants, and the large-sized variety which Dr. Rajan has shown, with heavy yielding capacity. And based on this, as the things are progressing and people are becoming aware of, this is becoming a suitable plant for processing and beverages, and the grafting technique has been utilized to make available the plants which are grafted. And then sapota plants he has highlighted for container gardening, lychee, which has been highlighted for the environment where it is suitable for flowering, especially in subtropics areas. And what we have seen that this lychee is also suitable for sub-temperate areas. It grows quite well in Kangra Valley, also of Himachal Pradesh, especially little lower elevation from the Palampur. A lot of lychee plantation is there, and people make good money. And then lime and lemon containers and polybag plantation, how it can be taken up for one's own consumption. And also in urban areas, people can go for making little money in selling those fruits in the adjoining areas, especially during summer months. And then kinnu, lime, lemons, the lot of pictures, and also making use of drip for the large potted plantations, which can save water and help in growing these plants in a better way. And he has highlighted the balancing of the nutritional aspects to have heavy fruiting. And the low chill peaches, which is also an important crop suitable for subtropics. Then amla, which is, of course, it's very important, underutilized and nutritious crop. And the southern area, he has highlighted that the two crops can be taken, and the new varieties which are large fruited for fresh consumption and making for juice and for processing also, it's quite good. And working of two varieties on one plant can also be done for better fruit setting. Then jackfruit importance has also been highlighted from a vegetable point of view, and also the ripe fruit as a fruit crop. It can be consumed, which has a lot of aroma and flavor. And just one plant in backyard, or even in container gardening, can be suitable for large number of families. Then vineyard pictures also were shown, where you can have a plant trained onto the top of the plant, and the grafted plants, especially making use of flamed seedless and navrang varieties, has been highlighted. And then karonda is another hardy plant crop, which has value added products, can be made use of, can be utilized for this purposes. So I think it's important that the awareness program amongst a larger population to know about the value of these minor fruits, especially rose apple and mulberry, and the variability that we have available in these underutilized fruits can be made to use for enhancing health. And also that someone who make use of these in entrepreneurship development, can make a lot of profits. And likewise, the beer varieties can be easily grown in pots, which has also been highlighted. And the dragon fruit, the star apple fruit, carambola, which are coming up very nicely, and people are developing a lot of taste for these varieties, and especially in metropolitan cities, these can be put up for sale where a lot of demand comes up. And Dr. Rajan has shown about the display of varieties maintained by different people, different types of fruits, and a lot of these mela, sort of mango melas, are held in the season when the mango fruit season comes up in various areas, and a lot of competition from consumption point of view, how many fruits you can consume in a shortest time. And those who bring out these different varieties, they are also awarded, and the awareness comes to the larger section of varieties. And also for the children, competition are held where to make the children aware of these different types of varieties, and taste also, that people taste varies from individual to individual, so it becomes easy to pick up for the different people to pick up varieties of their taste and take them further from that point of view. And from that point of view, from marketing point of view, as he has shown, that a fruit box with mixed varieties can be held, where those who are there in the marketing section, they can make good money. And for the consumers, you get diverse types of fruits with different tastes. And the online system is also now available, being made available for availability of such types of fruits. And the children sketch program that he has one, which is good for educating children and making them aware of these and keep their interest in that line. But however, he has highlighted that there are certain limitations in some of the backyard garden crops, especially papaya, which has a lot of these, but new varieties are coming up. Maybe tomorrow they'll be usable. We have had a nice talk. I think it's general people talk to and those especially in the urban areas, to pick up a lot of varieties of fruits, because otherwise people may think that fruits can be planted in orchard or in gardens in larger area required. But with this new technology and the awareness about the new fruits, their nutrition value, it's good for the urban consumers and urban dwellers and urban farmers to pick up the new crops and make good money, and take good the people towards the good health. So thank you very much, Dr. Rajan, for the nice talk. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kalia, for clearly pointing out the possibilities of having almost all fruits in urban areas. And there is a lot of appreciation for his talk. Congratulations, Dr. Rajan. Lot many appreciation. And his talk has clearly proved that almost all fruit crops can be grown in urban areas. And there is a big challenge for the scientist now to develop technologies for urban horticulture or urban pomology or urban fruit production. He has given the indications how it is possible. So they are to be refined to have a better return and involve many people. It should go to every house where there is a possibility, whether the backyard or the rooftop or even the side wall, which he has said that grapevine, etc., can be trained. Trellis system he has emphasized upon. So I think with the urbanization, we should not get worried that the perishables won't be available and the perishables won't be fresh there in the urban area, because they will be traveling long distance, all sort of a thing. So as the problem crops up, the solutions also come up. That is the trend throughout the world. So since we are concentrating in urban areas, we have to produce our perishables in urban areas, and this is the job of scientists to develop the technology for that, and the extension people to popularize it, and organizations like BSHF. Our job is to just highlight the things and say that this is possible or not, creating the awakening about that. I think everybody is doing that, and I'm sure the urban horticulture, urban fruit production will become very popular. And these nursery people, those who are concentrating only providing the seedling, etc., I think they have to change their business. They should come up to the level that they should rear the plant in their nursery to the fruiting stage. And when they are in a fruiting, if they sell the plant which is in container, that will fetch I think much more profit than selling it to the seedling or etc. And the novelty which Dr. Rajan has pointed out clearly, that on a single root stock you can have 2, 3, 4, 5 varieties of a particular crop. If such things in the nursery is available and it is in a fruiting stage, people would like to pay any amount, whatever the nurseryman asks. So there is a big scope of the business, and the youngsters, the our youth should enter into it, and there are lot many centers where the trainings are available, or ICR Institute, and even the commercial centers are there to train all that. There is a lot of scope. So with that, we can take care of the health of the urbanites by providing them the fresh fruit, homegrown fruit, and above and all, organic also. If you are interested in organic, you can have the organic production in your backyard or rooftop. And I think a government should think of at least in schools, there is a lot of space available on the rooftop. On the rooftop for the midday meal, if they just start through some scheme growing the fresh fruits and vegetables, the children will also learn it, and that learning has got meaning in these schools. If you teach them the importance of the fruits and vegetable, their freshness importance and the nutrient they have got, and their importance for the good health, I think the nation health will improve. And what we call that this series we are running on health and happiness, I think that can be achieved if we do that. So I don't want to give a long lecture. I want to stop it here by congratulating Dr. Rajan for the very exhaustive and interesting and useful talk. The difficult one, I thought what Dr. Rajan is going to talk about the fruit crops which have got the large canopy. But he has given the answer: reduce the canopy. Reduce the canopy and have it. Have it wherever you want, and whatever fruit you want, you do it. But again, the responsibility is within you people scientists to come out with the technologies, and hope in coming decade such things will be uh, popular and common. So once again, I thank Dr. Rajan, Dr. Kalia, who is kind enough, though he is in California and gone there, I think yesterday only, but he saw to it, he attaches importance to the webinar too much, and that he saw to it that he attends, he doesn't miss even a single webinar. Nice of you, Dr. Kalia.
Thank you, sir.
We are thankful to you. And though you have gone to your relations, I think you devote much more time with them, the purposes to visit them. But we are thankful, really. BSHF is very
Thank you, sir.
thankful to you. So, and I thank the Master of Ceremony, Miss Shivangi, who has nicely organized. We don't face any problem. It's running very smooth. Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
Shivangi. And the next webinar, can you just flash the flyer? Next Tuesday, 7 p.m., we are meeting, and we are with the world leader, Crevo, in protected cultivation, and they are concentrating upon retractable greenhouse. Those who understand all that Retractable means the roof can be at your will, can be put and can be just folded one, whatever terms he uses, he will tell you. That will be interesting talk, very interesting talk, and that is a futuristic protected cultivation, and much more related to the urban areas, because we have requested him to talk about the greenhouses for Indian urban horticulture. So with these words, thank you everybody, and I say goodbye and good night.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Namaskar. Good night.